So hey, what is up, peeps? Your old buddy John here, and I got some Double Dead Space news for you, some Double D, if you will. I figured, what the hell? Dead Space Remake is literally right upon us. It comes out this Friday, just 3 short days away, and I can't wait. The Necromorphs will be released once again on the USS Ishimura. But anyway, I have some news stories for you guys. I don't know if you're tracking, but I found them to be very interesting and I wanted to share them with you. So let's get to story number 1. So this story comes to us via GameSpot.com. It says John Carpenter suggests Dead Space movie is in the works, but he isn't involved. No, John Carpenter isn't directing a Dead Space movie. Filmmaker John Carpenter has seemingly confirmed the Dead Space movie is in development, but has denied being involved. Last year, the horror movie director discussed his love for video games. That's funny to think that John Carpenter is just gaming it up. And how more games are being adapted to movies, saying that he would be interested in directing a Dead Space movie as he enjoyed playing the games. However, in a recent Variety interview, the Halloween director denied any rumors that he is involved in the movie adaptation of Dead Space. No, I can't believe how that spread, Carpenter said. I am a big video game fan, so I have played all the games. I was down looking at the new digital cameras, the Red, and happened to mention to them that I would love to do a Dead Space film. That just went around and everybody said, "Oh, when are you going to do it?" I'm not going to do it. I think they already have another director involved and they haven't asked me to do it. So until someone asks me, I wouldn't do it. But there's a new version of the Dead Space video game coming out in January and I'm there. So am I, John Carpenter, so am I. Carpenter first mentioned a Dead Space movie back in 2013, saying at the time, I would love to make Dead Space, I'll tell you that right now. A Dead Space movie and its supposed director have yet to be officially announced. Motive Studios, however, has got the Dead Space remake, which is set to release, as we all know, on Friday, January 27th, which is my papa's birthday, for PC, PS5, and the Xbox Series X and S, I'm sure, as well. So there you go. The man himself, John Carpenter, the legendary horror icon, has said that he knows that there is a Dead Space movie in the works, and it has me sitting here kind of guessing who would you get to play Isaac Clarke. And I think maybe because this new show is so fresh in my skull and he's been such a fixture in TV series as of late, I think Pedro Pascal, you know, the Mandalorian and Joel from The Last of Us. I get it. He's like in everything. He's everywhere. He is the hotness. But when you really look at his face and look at Isaac Clarke from those original games, there's kind of a similarity there. Agree, disagree, you know? Hey, but I think that he would do a fantastic job. He already knows how to act behind a helmet, obviously, with the Mandalorian, though there was news stories that come out when he first got on the Mandalorian show that he wasn't so down with having to wear the helmet all the time. But I think once he started seeing that Sweet Green rolling in, he kind of changed his tune. Now, he's one actor that I could think that could pull it off. That's just right off the top of my head. Who else could you possibly get to play Isaac Clarke? I am really drawing a blank. I don't know. You guys let me know down there in the comments below because I am having a brain fart and cannot think of anybody else other than Pedro Pascal. But the John Carpenter thing, he says he's not involved. And I'm not calling the man a liar, would never do that. I am a John Carpenter fanboy. Love. But, wouldn't you think he might kinda low-key be involved if he already knows about this movie? Hollywood's very hush-hush when it comes to making movies. You know, especially movies like this that they know is just gonna blow the fuck up on the internet. So, though he might not be a director, he's clearly stated that he is a big fan of the game series, has played them all. So I could see him being on as an executive producer, maybe. Hell, he could even be an advisor because he does have some experience with sci-fi horror, The Thing, which is kind of a lot like Dead Space. But I don't know. John Carpenter is he's an enigma. You never really know what that cat's up to. So in whatever capacity that he would be involved in this movie, I'm down for it. And if he's not involved and he's just a fan like us, hey, I'm down for that too. So let's get to story number 2 of this Dead Space double feature, the Double D, shall we? So a story just broke on IGN.com that the technical director for Motive Studios, who are handling the Dead Space remake, he has went on a record as saying that the game is too scary for him to even play alone. Now, is he full of crap? Is he just using this as a way to boost interest in the game and get more people to go out, pre-order it, buy it, whatever? That's possible. But as an avid fan of the series and having played the original, though many moons ago, I can believe it, because the original was scary as fuck to me. Like, really scary. It was just that whole, the whole ambiance of being alone in these corridors and these things coming after you. That was terrifying to me. Plus, I don't like necessarily being jump scared constantly, which that game did a lot. If I had to rank them both, I think Dead Space 2 is way scarier than Dead Space 1 for certain reasons. But Dead Space 1, it was initially scary because we had never really seen anything like it. Yes, we had Resident Evil, we had Silent Hill, and those games, but never had we ever had a game that took elements of the Alien movies and Event Horizon and just married them together so perfectly. And these were 2 movies to me that are 2 of the most terrifying to have ever been made. I am a huge Event Horizon fanboy, and though I would love to see a sequel to that movie, I hope they never touch it for a remake. But that was the vibes I got from it, clearly. So him saying that this is actually scarier, so scary that he, being the technical director, can't even play it, that makes me very, very intrigued and kind of happy, because I do want this to be way more immersive and way more terrifying than the original. I want to borderline poop myself as I play this. Don't want to literally poop myself, just want to borderline get there. Don't want to have to try to clean that up, not while I'm trying to play a video game for you guys when I do the playthrough of this. But anyway, I have that story right here, and I will pull it up for you guys now, and it's on IGN.com. So, IGN.com, Dead Space Remake is too scary for its own technical director. He says he can't play it at night with his headphones on. That is what I am looking most forward to, is just losing myself in this game with my headphones on. Says Dead Space Remake's technical director has admitted that he struggles to play the game outside of daylight hours because he finds it too scary. As reported by Games Radar, technical director David Robillard, I'm sorry, I'm bad with names, told Play Magazine in a recent interview that when he plays Dead Space Remake at night, he can't use headphones because the game is extremely immersive. Yes! And becomes too terrifying of an experience. Which is kind of what the Callisto Protocol could have been, but that's another gripe for another day. He says, when I'm playing it at night, I can't play it with headphones. He confessed, it's just too fucking scary. Just the amount of realism and, again, atmosphere, not just visually right, in the way we handle sound, ambiance, effects, having systems that will try to spook you. Dead Space has been rebuilt from the ground up in EA's Frostbite engine, with Assassin's Creed Valhalla's game director Eric Baptizat, damn, I wish these names would be easier for me to pronounce, at the helm alongside creative director Roman Campos Orola. I'm trying, guys, I am. Who promised to deliver new assets, new character models, and new environments. The game's developers consulted die-hard fans to help them, thank God somebody listened to us fans, to help them keep on track with their goal of staying faithful to the vision of the original game while also crafting new gameplay content and improvements, though Robillard admits they have elevated things to a whole new level. These things, you know, could have been done on PS4, but not to the level we're doing them today, he explained in the interview. And they really add a lot to this sort of genre and make the whole kind of experience come together even more. We needed to find a way to fill these gaps so that the player doesn't feel like, oh, I've been here, it's fine, I'm safe. No, you're never safe. Like, you will get jumped, Robillard added before issuing one final warning. Somebody wants your lunch money, and they are not friendly. They also want your booty cheeks, too. Dead Space Remake, of course, you know, comes out on January 27th, my papa's birthday, for all the gaming systems. So there you go, guys. I cannot wait. And in reading that article, I really like the fact that they consulted us, the fans that love the game. I wish game developers would do more of this. Hell, I wish just entertainment as a whole would go outside the norms. And I know it could be hard. It really probably could be to really do it with television series. I know they have like test screenings and stuff with just random Joes off the street. Joes and Janes, I should say. But still, to listen to us, the fans, especially when you're doing a remake of an established IP, an established legendary title that we hold near and dear, that's what I'm getting to. When you're doing a remake of something, whether it's movies, TV, or a video game, ask us, the fans, what we want. Don't just go into it blindly and just make it and then change all this stuff, and then it just completely falls flat, and then you're left over there going, well, I thought I did everything right. Well, you did. And I've seen it time and again with certain remakes, mostly movies. Games, not so much. They kind of stick to what kind of brought it to the dance. But I cannot wait. I can't wait to have the ever-living shit scared out of me playing this. I've watched some alpha gameplay, some beta game. Well, I don't know the terminology so much, so I'm going to stop doing the geek speak because I don't want to get called out like, look at this old guy over here. He can't talk gaming. I really can't, because I don't know anything other than noob, because that's kind of what I am to a lot of games. But, yeah, but this game, Played it, all three, and I loved all three. And I know a lot of people didn't like 3 because it takes away from the scares because you do the co-op, and not everybody liked the co-op, but I enjoyed playing it with my friends and I had fun with it, so there. But this I'm looking forward to because what I've seen gameplay wise, certain scenes, like when you first see the Infector, like in the original game. I don't know how many of you all have actually watched some of the IGN coverage of this on YouTube. But they showed the scene where the Infector infects the corpse of the captain. I can't think of his name right offhand. And you see the transformation into the necromorph, but you're seeing it from the other side of the glass, right? So you're on the other side of the glass. You're safe. You're kind of away from it. Well, not in this one. In this game, you are literally right there with the body, trying to get this tracking device or chip off the captain while this Infector is turning him into a necromorph, and then his body rolls on top of you and you literally witness the whole thing. It's kind of like from Dead Space 2 where the medic is treating you and he gets turned into a necromorph. So, but just way more intense. If you've not seen that, go on IGN, and I know they don't need me to plug them because they've got way more stroke than I do on YouTube, but still, their coverage of Dead Space Remake has been excellent, and I've enjoyed the little documentaries that they've done following along through the actual making of the game. And that scene right there is one that I can't wait for, because I did feel in the first game, though that was terrifying, you didn't necessarily feel the overwhelming dread of it, if get what I'm laying down. But anyway, guys, that's the 2 stories that I just wanted to throw out there for you guys, being that we're right here on the doorstep of Dead Space Remake coming out this Friday, January 27th. It's hard to believe that we're already 1 month down in 2023. Shit, time is starting to fly fast. But guys, if you would you go down here and hit that subscribe button for me? Please, sir. Would you please hit that subscribe button? It really does help us, and ma'am, please. And while you're at it, could you please give a thumbs up? It really helps our video get out there into the YouTube algorithm and helps us get noticed, because this is your guys' channel, not mine. I just sit here and dance for you guys. Nah, just kidding. But yeah, if y'all could just give me a thumbs up. Hell, you can give me a thumbs down for all I care. But no, I don't do that, please. I'd rather you give me a thumbs up. It does help. And also leave me a comment or two. Like I said, I really am this type of YouTuber where I want to interact with you guys, and I'm trying to work it out where I can start doing more live streams, because I do want to hang out with you peeps and get to know people. That's the fun of YouTube for me. It's not about I want to get famous and do this as a living and become YouTube rich and have a Funko Pop made after me or anything. Nah, man. That ain't what drives me. What drives me is I am creative and I have to create my art. But I just enjoy entertaining. I enjoy hanging out with you all, doing videos, getting to meet a lot of you. And I want to give a shout out to my boys Awthentic and the Beard. They're a couple of fellow New York Giants fans like myself, and they just recently subscribed to my channel. I've been subscribed to them for a while, and if you peeps could you go over, especially if you're sports nerds like me. I am a huge ice hockey fan and a huge New York Giants football fan, though the Eagles kind of stole our lunch money, as I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, could you go over and give Awthentic and the Beard a subscribe and show them some love, and let them know that John from Behind the Fiends sent you over there, and I will put their channel link in the description of this video as well. But as always, guys, this has been your old buddy John, and I'll see you again next time. Ooh.